Hi, I'm
Hi,
Victoria.
I'm Al.
We're here. We wanted to put a video on about what we think about marriage, and we wanted to do like marriage and then yoga and meditation and recipes and things that really relate to our lives. So anyway, that's what we wanted to start talking about, I
Yeah,
guess. So
hopefully our experience and also some of the mutual relationship that we have with my wife, it helps us and also helping you
helping
in
you.
your life. That could be very beneficial.
Yeah, so let's talk about a little bit more about us. I'm an author, romance author, so I guess that's a little like out there for people, but I like to pretend I'm creative. I used to be a teacher. Before that I was a lawyer, before that I was an engineer. So I have a long, weird history, I guess. But it's all good. It made me who I am. So, and you? Who are
Well,
you?
I am physicist by the nature. Means I did my
Professor.
graduate school in physics and also the postgraduate school in physics, and then I like actually the nature of talking about the metaphysics and how it spiritually can affect our life, and how we can create this consciousness in our mutual relationships, and hopefully if we have a kids
Which we do.
which we do, they have two beautiful daughters, we can share it also with them and help to grow and bring the life for the happiness to make each other happy, and also create an abundance for our life, for our kids and people that are part of our life, means our family, our relatives, or our friends that they are living close to us.
Which means we very much believe in and kind of follow the law of attraction. In case you don't know what that is, what do you want to explain what the law of attraction is in very general terms?
Well, I think law of attraction is we as a part of this universe, that you can call it God, you can call it spirituality, you can call it thousand names, which basically is the consciousness that flows in every cells, every things that we see with our eyes or we don't see with our eyes is flowing. And as a part of this being of this universe, we have also the ability to attract the things that we wanted in our life. That's why to me law of attraction is to you just connect to your source of being, where you were God your existence with. Therefore, this is, I think, part of the journey that each of us take, and being conscious more about it help us to grow faster and also live with each other in love and in peace.
Okay, so let's start talking about like a piece of advice we can give about marriage, and I think the best that we can start with that with how. What's your piece of advice for staying married? We've been married for 5 years now, so it's been a while. We have 2 daughters. We met before that. We're both met when we were slightly older, so I think we came at this as fully knowing who we were both. Like, Al knew who he was, I knew who I was, and then so we kind of, when we got married, we kind of joined forces, I guess. And then our lives changed a lot since since we got married, but in amazing ways, especially with the birth of our daughters. So what would be the one thing you would think to give the people who are married or thinking about getting married? What's the one thing they can do to really stay together?
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody knows that we are a piece of this pure consciousness, and we always searching for a better life, which part of it is peace and love. And the first thing when we wanted to actually get to this life, that share our life, share our existence with somebody else, we wanted to share part of us with that person, which could be the most thing that we can give at the first moment. Everything is love, and love could translate in different ways in our life. The first thing is that you love somebody, that you can share with somebody things that you wanted to have you created in your life, and also you can share with the person that you, whenever you wanted to make a decision, you think that I'm not anymore alone. You know, there is a person that I'm sharing with my life with, her or him, that can be part of this spiritual awareness that is everywhere, and how we can build this abundance in our life, and if we wanted to grow our family with our children. Therefore, the piece of advice that I have, at least, is how really spiritually we can connect to each other. Because if you look at it, most of us, we have from different backgrounds, different culture.
We're very from backgrounds and different cultures.
Yes, exactly. And also we grew up in a different family with the different kind of upbringing, with different fathers, with different mother, that they have different education, and also they have different
Belief system and different ways of talking.
Therefore, if we look at it, we see that we are very different. Therefore, this makes sometimes challenging, but the good things, if we bring that connection, that love to in our relationship, it helps us to connect and take all of this distance that we have as a part of the culture, part of the belief system, part of our family that we grew up, to a nice way that we can actually start a new life with even different belief system. Therefore, I think that is how we can connect to each other. And then the first thing I can say is accepting each other.
I'm also going to add communication. Communication, I think, is key. If I sit here and say I was upset that something happened for my birthday, I have to be able to express that and not just think in my head, oh, why didn't he give me this, da 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 da, because if I don't tell him, and he's not from my culture, how can I expect him to understand, like, Mother's Day and why that's important to me when his country didn't have Mother's Day? So I have to be willing to communicate and not just internalize everything and say, oh, da, 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 why isn't he in my head? And really, really kind of bring it out and communicate and tell him what's going on so we can fix it. If something's hard, like if I'm upset, we can fix it. Or if he's upset, we can fix it because we can talk to each other. So I think communication and expectations are also something that you have to kind of come into marriage and understand and accept.
Yes.
And because you have different expectations from your family, I have different expectations from my family. And so that's kind of super key. What else about marriage? If we're talking to somebody who's just going to get married, what's the one sentence you would say to them, advice on how to make it work? One sentence.
How it gonna work?
One sentence.
Just see yourself in the other person.
Yeah.
Let's see what is your expectation is from your life, and then how you wanted to build this relationship. Because it's easy to blame on each other, but when you see yourself in the other person's eyes, or you put in your person's shoes, then you understand how you can come up with the solution or start a new life together that is full of abundance and happiness.
And I also want to add, if someone's getting married and watching this, amazing, congratulations. Oh my God, that's awesome. Because marriage is better than being single, to be honest. It's so much better because now you really have somebody. If whatever happened to you at the end of the day, you're not just sitting there and saying, oh, I'm all by myself and nobody really cares, or I'm going to call my mom and I'm over, a certain age. Marriage is amazing because now you're still who you are. You still, everything that you want to do, you should still do. You're not giving up yourself. And I think a lot of women give up themselves. Well, I don't think you should give up on who you are, but I think finding someone who accepts you for who you are and loves you for who you are is kind of the key to this. And yeah, it's how it makes it work, by just staying true to who you are, but making it work as a group. Like, it's now, I have a partner and he's an amazing partner.
Yeah.
Anything else? Because we have 10 seconds.
And at the end of the day, is like when you finish your work, you are so excited to go home and see your family. At least, even if you don't have a kids, you see somebody is waiting for me. to hug me and kiss me, and it goes away all of your tiredness of the day.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Subscribe to our channel.